This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem SHAQADAN. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the like scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem SHAQADAN, Barakatam. To Zaquanium, Wa'akim, Wa'akwafium. You know, you elders, you brothers, you sisters, the hopeful elect, out there laboring, keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, giving diligence, make your calling and election sure, and of course, keeping faith in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, in these last days, in these perilous times that we're living in. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai being the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Right? This is Brother Shai, Bon Yasharallah, and this will be a quick lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Going into this article, I came across through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. After watching the brother Amon Gabar's video, the brother's channel, GMS Awakening 144.end. Right, he posted this, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Right, in a link, he linked this in the description box. You know, so I checked out the article. I didn't get to really, read it through. The Spirit hopped on me to do a quick lesson on it. Right, and this is gonna happen, man. You know, we're gonna have a lot of betrayals going on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get betrayed by our parents, friends, co-workers. You see your woman, your kids, you see kinsfolk, family, cousins, Uncle Ray at the barbecue. You see, this is gonna happen, man. You see, so we gotta prepare our spirits for these times, man, because it's gonna get down to the wire of those who are truly down for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, those that truly believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because if you have faith, man, no matter what no one, says against you, or whatever the case may be, for this truth's sake, you're going to endure it, so we all need that spirit of endurance, so we got to pray more, fast as much as we can. I'm speaking to myself, man, as well. I got to fast more, so that's why I started with this precept. I read it again to read some of the article, and I got some more precepts lined up. I'm going to get it through the Spirit, Lord willing. So it says Luke 21 and verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents. And it's written in red. So who's speaking? Yahweh Shai, right? Right, Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. You got false brethren amongst, the camps, that come around. Probably got the, holding their signs up, probably quoting scriptures. Deuteronomy and all of this stuff, they probably quoting these things, but they actually, spies. You see who's going to betray us when our time comes. So we got to be aware of these things, right? We got parents, man. It's agents all over, man. And they don't necessarily got to be an agent to betray you. They could just be, your mom, your pops, your sister, your brother, your kids, your woman. And they could just fold under pressure and then betray you, man. You saw roll down, roll down on everybody. Be that madman sparing none. Where's he at? You know what I'm saying? Where's he located? I want to find him. Because we're the main threat to Esau's NWO. Starting with the elders and apostles on down to all his brothers pushing his word and his faith, us waking up to our nationality and other camps scattered abroad. We're all in that red list, man. We're all in that red list. They got an IP address when we post these videos. They know exactly where we live, exactly where we work. Esau study us out, our activities. If we go to the gym, go to the basketball court, if we go to the bar, Esau, he studies those things out. He tries to understand our schedule, you see, and he's waiting for a time to roll on us, man. But he don't understand the power that we serve. We serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So when that time comes, the Lord can put the Spirit upon us to he gonna guide us, man. The Lord may send the angel to be like, oh, it's time for you to bounce. They're gonna come roll down on you, man. You may have a dream that's too vivid for you to, pass up. You're going to wake up like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That was a vision, The next thing you know, they kick down your door. Right when you leave, through the back door, whatever, they kick down your door. You know what I'm saying? And they start questioning your whole family, where he at? They're going to be, oh, he just left. He just left through the back. He should be like 2 minutes away. They're going to betray you. You know where he might be going. Oh, he might be going over here. I know he goes over here, So we got to prepare our spirits for these times. So I'm going to read this article in a second, right? So it's Luke 21 and verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death, because some of us gonna be, some of us gonna die in his faith, you know. Some of us are gonna die in the faith, man. But the Lord gonna raise us up. We're gonna get resurrected. Those of us that get put to death for this truth. Verse 17. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Everyone gonna hate us, man. Everyone's gonna hate us, and that hate is already right now. But it's gonna magnify to the point where people gonna lay hands on us, man. They're gonna want to harm us and hurt us. You see, Esau gonna say all manner of evil against us, man. They may have everyone thinking we terrorists, everyone thinking that we did this and all of this, man. Listen, verse 18. Now watch this. But there shall not an hair of your head perish, man. The Lord gonna deliver his elect, man. And even if it's a lot to be a martyr, you're going to get raised right up. Be the first of them chariots in that new body, man. Everlasting life. You see? Verse 19. In your patience, possess ye your soul. So we got to remain patient. And when you go into the word patient, also goes to what? Suffer. We got to know how to suffer for Yahweh Shemel Shai. Slack it and be patient. Endurance. That's key. We got to endure afflictions. Endure hardness as a good soldier. Let's read that right fast before I read the article. So let's read this. Where is it at? Oh yeah, 1 Timothy. Or is it 2 Timothy? It's 2 Timothy. It's like it. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Now that's enduring hardness right there. People that you hold dear, you love, that betrays you, man. That's painful, man. King David was going through that, on councilmen, his son Absalom, Saul just fucking hating him. The Lord put that wicked spirit upon Saul, man, and Saul was just jealous and just hated King David, man. King David had to go through a lot, but he always praised Yahweh Shemel Shah, and he was always seeking the Lord, So we gotta do the same, and King David endured all of that, man, at the end of the day. So it's all about endurance, we gotta endure afflictions, tough times, and that's the Lord trying us as that gold in the fire. And if we part of the elect, we're going to come out as pure gold, man. Right, let's read this. 2 Timothy 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things. Endure afflictions. Right, we got to endure afflictions, man. No matter if we got to get beat for this, tortured, whatever, man. They want to chop off our legs, our feet, poke out our eyes, anything. Pluck out our beards. We got to endure all of that for Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. And the Lord will give us the strength to endure it. We got to pray for it, man. And it's, of course, it's easier said than done. That's why we got to pray for strength. Pray. That's our weapon, man. Prayer, man. Praying. You see? That's something that's vital in his faith. You see? And we could, man, listen, man, that's our arsenal right there, man. Praying, fasting. Not getting carnal and grabbing the weapons, then you're going to, just become Rambo. No, man. Listen, we got to pray to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, for strength. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, basically being a preacher, which is prophesying, which we're doing through the Spirit. Make full proof of thy ministry, for I am not ready to be offered. Matter of fact, I'm about to read what Paul was going through, man, because this is Paul writing a letter to Timothy. Right? Paul went through so much, man. He endured all of that, man. I'm about to get that. Let me see if I can find it. Right? Salaki, 1 second, Yashar. I have a feeling it's in a book of Corinthians. But I don't know if it's in 1st or 2nd Corinthians. So let me see if I can find it right fast. Okay, Khan. So 2 Corinthians chapter 11. And I'm going to start at verse 22, right? So it says, and these are the things that Paul went through, in the faith, man. For the gospel's sake, the afflictions he had to endure, So for 2 Corinthians 11 verse 22, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Hamashiach Yahushai? I speak as a fool. I am more. And labors more abundant. And stripes above measure. And prisons more frequent. Paul was getting locked up in prisons, getting beaten. It says, and death's off. Paul had a near-death experience, man. But then the Lord put his spirit back in his body. Verse 24, of the Jews 5 times receive I 40 stripes, save one. You see, thrice was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. I think that was a count when he got stoned. You know, his spirit left his body, went to the spiritual realm. He's seen things he couldn't even describe. You know, it wasn't lawful for him to, to speak, utter into words, man. But the Lord put the spirit back in his body, man. He couldn't, just really describe the spiritual realm, you know. But it says what? Thrice, which 3 times was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day have I been in the deep, and journeys often, and perils of waters, and perils of robbers, and perils by my own countrymen, and perils by the heathen, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren. You see, false brethren. You see? And it says what? In weariness and painfulness and watchings often, in hunger and thirst and fasting often, and cold and nakedness. Beside those things that are without, that which come upon me daily, the care of all the churches. Who is weak, and I am not weak? Who is offended, and I burn not? If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern my infirmities. The power and Father of our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not. You see, so Paul went through a lot for this faith, man, for the gospel's sake, for pushing the word, man. He got, beaten with rods. He got shipwrecked, stoned. You see, perils with false brethren. You see, so man, listen, man, we got to endure all of this, man. We may have to go through the exact same thing Paul went through. Some of us might have to go through more, some probably less. The Lord ain't give us more than we can bear. So let's go back to 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction. So this is Paul speaking to Timothy, writing him a letter, and he telling him, listen, endure afflictions, man, because Paul went through it. And he listed it out in 2 Corinthians 11 chapter. Right, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. So when he went through all of that, he kept the faith. He never lost faith, man. He never said, dang, why am I getting beat? Why am I getting beaten? Why am I getting, whipped? Why am I getting shipwrecked? Why am I getting perils in the wilderness, perils in the city, perils with false brethren? Why am I going through all these things? And he never, really, man, I'm done with this. Let me stop doing this. He endured that, man. He kept the faith through thick and thin. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, now watch this. Henceforth, there's later for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. So we got to prepare our spirits for the times that's coming. So let's read some of this article now, right? So it says, Biden administration says Americans to report potentially radicalized friends and family. Read that again. Biden administration asks Americans to report potentially radicalized friends and family. Now, when Esau really wrote down, and started enforcing, which he wants, I think, 1 billion people worldwide to have the juice, the jiggle, the thing, by the end of the year. And we know what's right after that. The RFID, the MC, which is the MOTB, right? Now, when friends and family start taking those things, they're going to start betraying those amongst their family that don't take it, reporting them in. No, he don't got it. He ain't take the thing. He ain't take the mark. You know what I'm saying? He didn't take it. You see? Oh, he don't got it. He's not part of the beast system, man. Man, a lot of betrayals are going to happen these last days. So it says President Joe Biden's administration announced their plans to create ways for Americans to report radicalized friends and family to the government, in an effort to fight domestic terrorism. Who they list as domestic terrorists, man? Who's on that, what's it called, Southern Poverty Law Center list? Who they had up there? The Israelites. They call us what? The Black Hebrew Israelites. You see, and they just had a meeting, and we came up again, and they talking about domestic terrorists. They put us in domestic terrorists in the same sentence, so we know what's going on. And we're not ignorant of same devices, man. Right? Let's read that one more time. President Joe Biden's administration announced their plans to create ways for Americans to report radicalized friends and family to the government, and it's gonna happen. You know, you in the faith, your family not, they're gonna betray you. They're gonna report you to the government. Oh, he's radicalized, man. He believe in this, and he think, oh, white people the devil, and he says y'all going to slavery. It's gonna happen, man. So we gotta prepare our spirits for this type of stuff. We gotta be willing to forsake all for Yahweh Shema Shah's namesake. Right? I want to read it one more time. President Joe Biden's administration announced their plans to create ways for Americans to report radicalized friends and family to the government in an effort to fight domestic terrorism. In a conversation with reporters, one senior administration official explained the importance of stopping political fueled violence before it started. Right? We will work to improve public awareness of federal resources to address concerning or threatening behavior before violence occurs, the official said. The official cited the Department of Homeland Security. If you see something, say something. Campaign to help stop radical Islamic terror as domestic possibility. Right? This involves creating context in which those who are family members or friends or co-workers know that there are pathways and avenues to raise concerns and seek help for those who they have perceived to be radicalizing and potentially radicalizing towards violence, the official said. That's why it would be wise for brothers to not really speak about, what they know, this knowledge, this wisdom, understanding to co-workers, even some friends and family. But when you first come into faith, you telling everybody, So it's like that. It's all fulfill the prophecy. The Lord put that upon our spirits. Is it gonna fulfill the prophecy of us getting betrayed? When I was working at City 21, I was telling my coworkers, man. I just couldn't help myself. But then after a while, after getting the wisdom from the brother SHAQADAN and other brothers, watching different videos, don't really bring that to your job. I started slowing down. So when you ask questions, I would just, brush it off. But before, man, they'll ask certain questions, why you don't come to work on this day, and all of this. And I used to just answer them and try to edify them. But now I'm realizing that wasn't wise. But, I don't work there no more. But because the whole thing got bankrupt because of the, si uno no nueve. But in any event, I'm just bringing that up for an example because say if I still was working there, then when things started, kicking up, they'd have reported me. They'd have, oh yeah, he talks about this, man. He says all white people the devil. He said they're going to slavery. All these heathens going to slavery. He says his people are superior, which is all biblical, But in any event, they would, turn me in, So in these last days, we got to use more wisdom too, So of course, growth is essential in this faith as well as endurance, patience, all with the faith, man. So it says this involves creating context in which those who are family members or friends or co-workers know that there are pathways and avenues to raise concerns and seek help for those who they have perceived to be radicalizing and potentially radicalizing towards violence, the official said. And the brother had a dream where he went back to his own, where he was from, his neighborhood or whatever the case, his city, and they wanted to kill him. They wanted to harm him. And one of them warned him, they don't like you out here, man. They want to kill you. I think that's the brother, Ra'al Moth, the brother Ra'al Moth. I forgot the brother channel, Salakia for that. Right, I may try to find it and post in the link description, but post it in the description box below. Right, post a link. Right, but he had that dream, and that's serious, man, because that time gonna come. Because when we first came in, we telling friends, we telling family, we telling cousins and uncles and everybody, So a lot of my old friends that's still in the world, they know what I'm about, So if I ever go by my old neighborhood and play basketball, they always bring it up. Or ask me more questions, stuff like that. And I'll just, I'll edify them a little bit. But I'm here to play basketball, man. I'm not really here to, break down the scriptures because I know you're not going to get it. It's been years and y'all still don't get it. You're still in the world, So it's like a lot of them going to betray, me, and you, brothers out there. Because I know a lot of brothers when they first came in doing the same thing. That's why now, next door neighbors, they probably think we weird. We just high and by, keep it pushing. We not saying that because the conversation that we will have, they will look at us like we're nuts. We ask them what the MOTB is, or about Esau's New World Order and all of this. They don't want to talk like that. They want to talk about KD. They want to talk about actors and rappers and shit. They don't want to talk about nothing that's going to benefit them in the long run. But in any event, read on down. So it says Biden began his presidency with a stark warning in his inauguration speech about the rise of political extremism, white supremacy, domestic terrorism, that we must confront and will defeat. On June 1st, Biden described the threat from white supremacy as the most lethal threat to the homeland today. And they disguising it, right? Because they disguising it because they're gonna flip the tide, and the whole white supremacy thing, who gonna be above that? They're gonna put the black, so-called black, we're not black, but Hebrew Israelites, they're gonna put that above, as the main threat. You see? But it says the Biden administration said it would also work with large technology companies on increased information sharing to help combat radicalization. You know, that's why it's not wise for you jakes that's in the faith, that go out to the highways and the byways to be posting guns on social media platforms, going to gun ranges and stuff like that. That's not wise. They're watching us, man. They want a reason to roll down. But we understand you're not gonna listen, because we understand this prophecy that gotta get fulfilled. But in any event, let's read on down. It says, and any particular tech company often knows its own platform very well, the official noted, but the government sees things as actually threats of violence across platforms. They see the relationship between online recruitment, radicalization, and violence in the physical world. The Department of Homeland Security also plans to deploy digital literacy and digital fitness programs to help combat malicious content online that bad actors deliberately try to disseminate. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So that's about it in the article. Let's read the precepts, right? Then I'm gonna close out. Matthew 24. I'll start at verse 3, right? I'll start from the top. Matthew 24:1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? The sign of his second coming and the end of Esau's world. The word world going to an eon, which means an age, which is Esau's age right now. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. I want to jump down though, so I can get straight to the point. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. He listed out different events that be taking place, rumors of war, nation rising against nation, earthquakes, famines, pestilences in diverse places. You see, false prophets, right? But this is the point I want to get. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended. People will be offended about this gospel, offended about the truth, offended in general, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Let's read this, Micah 7 and verse 6. Right, so it says, For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. And that's real, man. You see, that's real, because they're the ones that's closest to you. They know everything about you. They know your routines. You see, and they're gonna be the ones betraying you in these last days. Let's read this, Matthew 10 and verse 34, and it reads, Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Verse 35, it says, For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. You see? So the Lord said, Think not I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, division. Also when we come back, he's not coming back, happy and hugging everybody. He coming back to, to kill. Isaiah 66 verse 15 on down. Verse 35, he said, For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Basically those that's in the faith and those that's not. It's going to be division, variance. It's going to be conflictions, disagreements, arguments, and ultimately when Esau rolled down, man, he gonna roll down with it, man. He's not gonna be playing no games. You see, and then that's gonna cause people, they're gonna get offended, because Esau gonna be saying a whole bunch of lies. Family members gonna get offended, and old friends gonna get offended, co-workers offended, and they're gonna betray you. They're gonna, oh man, I know exactly where he lived, man. I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know he was into that type of stuff, and betray us, man. Right, but we got to do what? Let's read on down. And a man's foe shall be David's own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So listen, man, we got to love Yahweh Bashim Shah more than anything in this world. Put him first. You know, so if our family, friends, co-workers all getting offended because of the faith or whatever the case may be, you know, we don't care. You know, get offended. You know, we're going to serve the Lord. Right? And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me, man. He that findeth his life shall lose it. So those people that's gonna give in, trying to find their life, like, listen, I don't want to, you know, lose my loved ones. I don't want to lose my son, my daughter, my wife, my mom, my pops, my brothers, my sisters. I don't want to lose them. You know, so I'm just gonna give in. I'm gonna take the MOTB. I'm gonna take the V. You know, I'm gonna do all of this. I'm gonna get down with the B system because I don't want to lose them, man. Guess what? You're gonna lose your life. He that findeth his life shall lose it. You're gonna lose your life. The Lord gonna kill you. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it, because a lot of brothers gonna have to forsake a lot of things in these last days. All of us gonna have to forsake something, you know, which we already did coming into this faith. You know, let's read this, right? Then I'll end it off. Matthew 19 and verse 29, and it reads, right? I'll start at verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and follow thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahweh said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, meaning return, generation, every generation, right? When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken houses, right? Because in these last days, brothers may have to get evicted, get homeless, forsake their house, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an 100-fold. Remember this, brothers. Remember this. So when that time comes, you get betrayed, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it, because you're going to get 100-fold for everything you ever lost. 100-fold of everything you ever lost, man. You're going to have a whole bunch of family in the kingdom. You know, a whole bunch of wives, children, more lands you could even imagine. The Lord may give you a planet. You see? Remember this, brothers, right? So it says, shall receive an 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life, immortality, that perfect body, righteousness. You know, so we know these times are coming. You know, we got to endure affliction as a good soldier of Yahweh Mashiach, endure hardness, man. You know, we got to constantly endure, and the Lord going to fight for us, and we got to strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord going to fight for us. So whether we got to die for this thing or not, the Lord got us, man. We're going to get 100-fold of everything. We're going to get everlasting life at the end of the day. Right, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So I'm in it right there. I pray you was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. As you see from this article right here, man, creepy Sleepy Joe, his administration, you know, they basically asking Americans to report the Hebrew Israelites. That's what it boils down to, man. You know, stop beating around the bush, you goddamn devils. Just come out straight with it. You see? But in any event, I'm in it right there. I pray you was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. I want to give Kohalayim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Chak Layulam Yum, right? Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad, pushing in truth and sincerity without a mistake. Shalom.